Good afternoon, relatives. This is an update from the ride along that I just went on the caravan. That was a strong 20 people caravan going to get the teepees and sacred items from the camp. We got to the front line on the back side, which I took pictures of. That actually is a barricade that I posted up on Facebook, and it had Border Patrol, North Dakota, South Dakota, and several other officers that were unmarked. We also went to the top of the hill and interviewed a couple of guys that were sitting there, fully unmarked, and another woman. I'm not going to post them because they were just irrelevant to the area. They were just monitoring us. They wouldn't give us no comment or anything like that. So as we were sitting there, they took all our names. As soon as we got there, we waited there. The guy said, Myron Dewey. He specifically said I could not stream. And so I told him, well, it was not against the law to stream. He goes, well, no, it's not, but it's in the agreement that you not stream. So it's kind of interesting that I was not a part of that agreement when I got there, but so I wanted to document, and I told him it's the right to film and document there. So they called around and came back and said, we're waiting on Kirschmeyer, the investigative officer. Remember, Kirschmeyer is the officer that would not give his name in the police department. Even though we all knew who he would not give his name, as well as the other three officers, which we see these three officers on the line as well. Even though they're masked up, we can still see them. We recognize them as they recognize all of us. So we waited there for a while, and then they came back and said only 9 people can go. And so I posted a video where I interviewed the officer and asked them. They seem to be not informed 100% on why they're there or any further action of information that comes from Kirschmeyer. So he's going to meet all the water protectors there at the camp. I guess the agreement was also that no one would be arrested in this agreement. So the agreement where it comes back here is going to be, it's 135, 134. So where this dozer is, or this tractor is the road that water protectors will be coming out, and then they'll be going up to the Osheri Shikoe site. And so they're going to be behind the armada of military. And so these concrete barriers are also on the back side of 134. So again, this is where they're going to be coming in through here in the back. So they specifically told me that I could not go, and it was part of the agreement of which I did not agree. I felt threatened under my life that I was able to sign that paper to get out of jail, but that's how I felt, that I was threatened and that I was intimidated, and that is how I felt, and that's the reason why I signed that paper. I do not agree to the paper that I signed. I also let them know that when they said DAFBO, Dakota Access Pipeline, I was not in agreement to that because it was Energy Transfer that had said that it was their land, so they didn't have their facts straight. It was also another security firm that had made the accusation that they were threatened for their life, that when I was filming them, they were threatened for their life. Even though these are the guys that came and were chasing us and were following us, they were tailgating us, and this is why we were up there documenting, as well as other people that reported that these particular cars up on the hill were tailgating them. So again, relatives, we don't trust them as they're going in. We want to make sure that our 10 people that went in are okay. I asked them that I go in and take down the sweats and look for the sacred items that are around there, because those are spiritual and it's part of the Native American Religious Freedom Act. And he says, I don't know. So these guys, they don't know. They're on Indian land, and they don't know anything about the tribe's spirituality. They don't know anything about the Native American Religious Freedom Act. They don't know anything about what these sacred items are called, even though they're in Lakota territory. They have not, Kirschmeyer is not doing his job on culturally educating his officers that they are on Indian land, predating Western contact, and he needs to educate them that they are on Indian land. And it's appalling that he's using the state of North Dakota's money and emergency money to not even put cultural sensitivity training into the area he is. And it's not acceptable. Even as an officer, you're on treaty land, broken treaty land. You're on traditional sacred land. These officers also need to be smudged and taken care of so they don't take that back to their family. This is powerful medicine that's in there, and you can get very sick spiritually. So the things that happen to them may not even happen to them. It happens to the people around them. So these are the things why we have these protocols to smudge off and take care of ourselves spiritually, because they are on sacred sites. Dakota Access Pipeline Security are on sacred sites. The Dakota Access Pipeline workers are on sacred sites. Today they're desecrating sacred sites. The good thing I want to say is that they did remove all the DAPL workers while the people went in there, our water protectors, to do what they can and get the things that are needed. So we need to stay tuned and stay on top of this and make sure we hold them accountable. Relatives, so just to let you know, this is our armada that's over there right now, and they're right here. This is the entrance they're going to be coming in to 134. Send your prayers and blessings that way. I don't trust them because they haven't kept their word. You know, they went from 20 down to 10 people that could go in, and so I'm okay. I'm not in jail. We weren't detained. We were actually waiting for our IDs to come back, and they were running all our names. And so this is where we are today, relatives. That's our update right now.